What is do, Kripple Krew? It's the freaking weekend. Time for another Stabby AF Saturday. Hope everybody is having a killer start to your weekend. I'm going to kick it off at the top of the chat saying, what it do to Mick effing Ranger, member of Kripple Krew Inc. The first comment that I see, I know people was in early, and I appreciate that. These are just the first ones, earliest ones it's showing me. Marco, member Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, homie? Hope you're having a killer day. Mud, my brother, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What is up? Ron Crow, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? Good to see you. Kane effing Miranda, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Stephen Parks, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's up? It's doing the messed up names again, I see. I do see. William Hornbossel, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Donnie Bless, a.k.a. Bless Knives, a.k.a. Duns of the Clown, a.k.a. Laser Ghost Knives. What's hood, homie? Hood morning. Bass Beast, my brother checking in from the Netherlands. What's going on? Jason Beecher, member Kripple Krew Inc. Eating and lurking. Hell yeah. If he doesn't tag you, that's because he's eating right now. Titanium Justin, what's up, brethren? How are you today? We got Clint Crosby. What's going on, my man? Cicero, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Says Nerds, Geeks, Beautiful Freaks. What it do? We still scrolling. Let's see. All right, looks like we are caught up. I want to say what's going on to everybody who watches these lives on replay. Thank you for your support. It does help. It means a lot. Old school rocker, a.k.a. Mama Loot. What's going on? Good to see you, Mama Loot. Hope you're having a great day. Lone Star Dowboy, our homie checking in Turkey. Carry of the day is a Cold Steel Marauder serrated and the Civivi Dogma in the pattern welded Damascus. Yo, yo, yo. Sean Batts, what's up, my man? How are you? Matt Morer, what's going on? Popping off this morning. Don't forget to stab that like button when you get a chance. Speaking of stabbing, Gabe Harlan saw knives the other day and thought you would never be another person to appreciate his design. Oh, you're going to have to send it to me on Instagram. We horizontal again, so it should let me share everything properly. Look how bulky this new version, or this new Molsect 808. This is the budget S35VN and Ultim version. They also come with S35VN and G10, or you can get Thai and S90V. He knew he wanted me to check out their Ultim and see what I thought about it. And I gotta say, it is some good Ultim. This is a fun knife. I want to get one of the 808As now with the S90V blade. Your carry of the day is the Cold Steel Formax USA version. That's a nice knife. Justin Ronan. What it do? Trouble Bunny says hi. She's probably working that leather. Tell her I said what's up, what's up. Yes, this is the Molsect 808. It's not the A. It's not the D. I don't remember what letter it is. I gotta grab the box. It is the 808S. I'm gonna have to pull up the website so we can compare the different trims. Tell Trouble Bunny I said what's up. Yeah, it's really cool, really cool. 808 something. I'm gonna pull it up in just a second. Sheila, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? What it do? Kurt White, what's going on? Yeah, I'm hoping if he'll send either the A or the D. We'll take a look. Man, that sounds really bad when you say it that way. Yeah, the 808D is decay. 8 is attack. I can't remember what the S stands for. Stabby AF? Because it's the clip point one. Let me pop up the Molsect. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Here's the 808 series. There's the attack. Maybe so. Strike. 808 attack. 808 decay. 808 sustain. Okay, we're gonna pop this up and share it. Steve L, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? What it do? Yeah, that's the one that I want as well, Justin. I'm going to try to talk him into sending it after I drop the review of the Sustain, which is the steel liner lock version in S35. Man, this action is so good. This front flipper is tuned to perfection for however you want to use it. And it's so easy. It does only have a single thumb stud, and the scale is higher on this side, so I don't know if it's very flippable, but reverse flick all day on the lefty side, and the thumb action is perfect. But for me, this front flipper is where it's at all day long. We are going to take a look at the other versions, though. Henry G, my man, what's going on? Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. People coming in hot and heavy this morning. I will say that I forgot that I was going to start the members only hour at 9 o'clock to 10 and then run the regular live from at the usual time. Since TKE isn't doing his live, but I did completely space it today until about 9:40, so that was on me. But I appreciate everybody showing up early. Let's see. What's the knife on top? Yes, this is the Gurkha from Kubey, designed by our homie Johan Jordaan in South Africa. Both this and the Kubey Dio are his designs. This was named for his boy, but the Gurkha, he wanted to make a folding kukri pretty much. You've got a nice choke up spot here for doing some detailed work. You've got that belly that comes down almost like a shilling cutter. But yeah, definite kukri curve and shape to that hollow ground blade. It's got to be, yeah. We'll double check that. Very thick steel liners. I like it. Chunky blade stock. I mean, this is made to be a worker. You've got a nice wide handle for strength. And then if you had to rock this in a beef jerky Avenger grip, it is like perfect. Our homie Johan has had a killer 2025. Just an insane 2025. I knew he was going to, and it's been awesome to see him pop off. I told you guys you were going to see a crap ton, at least a metric crap ton of that Maker's Mark. You are front flipper challenged. Try this one. Legit. Anybody. That was the thing about the Molsect Orbit as well. Anybody can front flip this knife. It is done that well. The Orbit was one of the best front flippers for beginners also. Titanium Justin with the super chat. I'll reach out to my homie over there. I appreciate your support. Here's that 808 acoustic salute. This is so well tuned. And as you can see, it's because of the Ultim, it's running on internal racetracks with internal stop pins. So you know that the titanium version is going to be internal stop pins as well. And I bet you the acoustics on that are awesome. And it gives it, such a rock solid lockup. I'll reach out to my homeboy over there. This really is well done. They were so smart to stop what they were, just halt, go back to the drawing board with new designers and get better at what they were doing. Because this is some awesome Ultim. And then T8's everything. I mean, everything that people told them before they listened to. And these are pretty impressive. It just got here yesterday. We'll take a look at their website in a minute. I got to get caught up on the chat. Thank you again, my brother. The Sustain is the one you were talking about. Yo. That Molsect, they needed to do double studs. Yes. Because the other ones have a thumb hole. But that thumb actually feels so good. And I love that front flipper. So laid out my knives for video and they realized I have more. Need to redo the video, send it on Instagram, but there's a knife I can't ID. Okay, we'll take a look. I bet you the chat can help ID it. Yo, what's up? You know what? Let me get a link to our homeboy Sever7. And we will have him join us and talk about this awesome Noctis that we got chilling on the table. Let me send this to our homie real quick. And after I send that, I'm going to get caught up on the chat. We'll take a look at the video in a moment, William. Let me get this to Sever. We've been trying to coordinate getting him on for a live stream to talk about this awesome knife. Robert Willoughby, what's going on? It's a design choice by UTE Until the Edge. This was something he wanted to do on it. I will say it is the only knife in my collection with a single stud. And the front flipper, again, is where it's at for me on that. Josh 304, what's going on, homie? Good to see you. Probably never, just because you have never held a Molsect. I am very impressed by what they've been doing lately, and they also just dropped not because this is the shuttle. It was the first of the new designs to drop, but they also just dropped the it's much bigger than the 808. I'll take a look in a minute. Without Super Ultim Beardo, member of Kripple Krew Inc., my man. Aries, what's up, Scott? Good to see you. Good to see you, homie. Hope you're having a killer day. Congrats. I'm a single stud. Congrats on the Kubey Thorn, which we will be taking a look at in a little bit, folks. Aries' second collaboration with Kubey. Code DVD saves 20% on it right now. We got our boy Sever7 about to join us. I see him popping in. We're going to add him right now. What is up, my man? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing really good, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't get into work today because we got like 7 inches of snow randomly. So, yeah, so I missed work. And then I was sitting here and I was like, you know what? I bet there's a live. And then sure enough, I jumped over and I saw you were live and I was like, well, shit. Okay, let's knock it out. Sorry, my hair's a mess.
I'm trying to get my layout back.
I don't think that helped anything at all.
I don't think anybody cares about your hair. The hair for knives. And why won't you give me the layout that I want?
As far as the Nocturne goes, do you still have that out?
There we go. Nocturne? Right here.
Oh, there we go. Okay, the video paused on my phone, and I was talking, and I was like, wait.
My bad. I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
What?
I've been calling it the Noctis.
Oh, no. So Civivi actually ganked that name for me. So it's now the Usurper.
The Usurper. Okay. Hey, I like that too. I like that. And the name fits the shape quite a bit.
Well, so they released a knife called the Civivi Noctis, and that released this month. So I called it Usurper because Usurper means that like you took something away from somebody. So I'd like they kind of usurped it from me. So
I like it.
But yeah, I think it's cool that you have it. Just because you were the first one to show it to me. So it's like now you're the first one to, go through and review it. I just think that's kind of fitting.
I truly appreciate it. Getting the chance to look at it first. I do. It means a lot. And I was really, at Blade Show, I know you were planning on being there, but I was hoping to be able to talk with you about it at Blade Show, of course. And so checking it out before you was just like, man, what can I tell him about it? And I really dig this design. My homie Mud was over yesterday. By the way, what's up, Scott? My Knife Journey. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, chat? By the way, hi guys.
Metal Relic, what's going on? There we go. Was just getting caught up on that real quick. He was over yesterday. I had him check it out too. And he made the same comment that I made when I first picked it up. And he said, wow, that is a lot more comfortable than I had thought it was going to be with how thin it appears. Because when you look at it, it looks so sleek and, killer. But you also wonder this thinness back here, is it going to be a little narrow in the hand? But with the contouring, it's got a good thickness on these scales, and it does fill the hand really well, I think.
Yeah, Ketso did a really good job with the contouring. They know that I wanted a slimmer profile, but they were able to contour in such a way that it's still pretty hand filling, and it's not super pokey or hot spots or anything like that. The two fixes that I told them they needed to tackle was one, the one that you found, the front flipper.
Yes.
Just because that jimping isn't even, that's not functional jimping. That's there for decoration.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be functional. So there's that. But then also I told them that we need wider and sharper ledges on the blade window.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
That was the other thing that I have noticed through playing with it more. It's doable for sure on the reverse flick, and I can get my thumb to rock it out without an issue.
Right.
But a sharper ledge would absolutely just make it grab that much more.
100%. Kind of like a Vero, like the Vero cutout.
Sure.
It's deep. It's got a sharp grab to it. So it really makes it effortless. And I told them that it needed to be deeper and have sharper ledges. So those are the two things that, man, I'm getting so distracted by looking at my goofy ass in the camera. I'm like, why is my face so round and I look like a hobo? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like taken aback at how ridiculous I look right now.
Squat shot, brown sugar. Remember Kripple Krew? What's going on? One Moon, what's going on?
What's
Catch
up, brown
it up
sugar?
real
What's
quick.
up, One Moon? Man, it's not. My hair is not getting better with this.
You know what? That's why I cheat and wear hats. Which, by the way, there's my intro to a quick shameless plug. You can get your Kripple Krew and your Disabled but Deadly hats, hoodies, t-shirts, and more at the pinned link. Kripple Krew and Disabled but Deadly gear is live, and there's special launch week / Black Friday pricing going through Monday the 1st.
You gonna teach me how to do this? Because this stuff looks dope, man.
I appreciate it. I'll share it on the screen real quick. And then we'll go back to talking about the Usurper. Really is a fitting name for what happened with the name, you know?
Yeah, I went after We pretty hard. And they were like, well, actually, we wrote the name, knocked us down on a piece of paper 4 years ago. So we had it first. And I was like, okay.
You've got your Disabled but Deadly hoodies available in multiple colors. I love the, why isn't it showing me a good picture? There we go. The sleeve fold with DBD on the sleeve. One of the ones that I really like. I think this stuff looks clean in the charcoal. But you can get your Kripple Krew, of course, with the big cane logo. That on the charcoal, again, to me, looks really killer too. But
there was a charcoal hat.
Caps. Yes, the charcoal hats. You can do charcoal on black. And that to me looks really good. You can do black on charcoal. Where is whoop? No, that's the heather gray and the white. Heather gray and black. Black and white. Oh, there we go. But that's not the one. This is the one that I think looks really dope on it, I think. Charcoal.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
That one looks really sick on the full gray build. Like ghosted on there.
Even got the mug?
Yep, down here on sale right now for $15. You can see on the website right now the prices, what they are going to be starting on Tuesday. And folks, that's only because right now things are priced just enough for the intro week to cover if you trigger free shipping. That's really it right now. So they will have to go up by a couple of dollars next week. But we have Black Friday pricing until then. Get your t-shirts in different colors. The charcoal to me really stands out, as well as the black.
So I think the pricing is super fair because like anytime you like get a quality hoodie, I mean, they're typically approaching like $60. And even if you go to Walmart, you know, you're still looking at dropping, you know, probably $30. So
Sure.
Getting a quality hoodie that also reps a content creator that you support, I think is awesome. And then like, yeah, you can pick up hats for like $10, but they're garbage hats. You know what I'm saying? They're absolute garbage. They're not going to last. Like these things are ventilated. They'll keep you cool, but they also block the sun. Like I don't know, man. I think it's a cool thing you have going here. I think your logo plays off of this colorway really, really well with the grays and the blacks and stuff. My dad's disabled, and I think he would absolutely love this shit out of this stuff.
I
Kripple Krew,
appreciate
disabled
that,
but
homie.
deadly. Like, because it kind of brings you back to your badass days. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm probably gonna
Exactly.
end up grabbing. I'll probably at least grab a hoodie. What sizes do you have?
They go from small to I think
Oh,
4XL.
5XL. Holy cow.
Oh, 5XL, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you got purples and blues and reds too. I didn't even notice
Yes.
that.
I have had purple t-shirts ordered, and one purple t-shirt. Robo Stevo got him a forest green hoodie. There's been several people. Kane Miranda has picked up a hat. I have to look back at my thing to see who all. Blind Wolf Fury got a hat. I think MF and Ranger got something. It's been. I appreciate the support from everybody, and thank you for your encouragement on that. This isn't anything about trying to make a bunch of money because they host everything. So, it's just an awesome website available to content creators to allow people to support. And I just like the fact that so many people ask for a way to rep the crew. And so we had to make it. I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I just appreciate people wanting to support it.
Well, and I also think it's cool that you're giving something back because super chats are great, but people give $10, or $20, and they don't really get anything for it except a message read. But with it's a lot colder now. Somebody could spend a few more bucks and actually have some cool merch. And I don't know about you, but whenever I want to rep a brand, even if I worked somewhere, like I worked for Spectrum, the TV, internet, and cable company. I worked there for like 10 years.
Yeah.
But whenever I work somewhere, though, I take pride in what I do. So I wanted to rep their gear. And I feel the same way about content creators online. If I like somebody and, I like them enough to want to rep their stuff, I appreciate that stuff's available for me to get,
That's awesome. Thank you again for the kind words. I do appreciate it, my man. And to answer some of the questions, there will be beanies available. Yes. The website allows for a lot of different things. Yeah, I know you grabbed that Kripple Krew hat. But yeah, small business Saturday pricing. There you go. My knife journey. Uriah Lost. What's going on? A new knife community. Welcome to the Kripple Krew, homie. Welcome to the Kripple Krew. B Shady, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? There will also be some dad style caps later. I want to do some long sleeve shirts that say cripple down one sleeve, crew on the other, or disabled on one sleeve and but deadly on the other, or deadly on the other. On some long sleeve t-shirts. There's definitely some stuff. I just got to figure out how to work the site better. Bluminati Ninja, our brother Blue, he is the one that has set up most of it so far. He has got the logos there so that I could adjust them and move them where I wanted them on the stuff. He's helped me set up the website. Huge shout out to our brother Blue. Thank you again for all
Thank you,
your
Blue.
help on that. And I didn't mean to spend that much time on the website. 5XLs for DVD's bigger fans. Yes. You did, but no, I did not forget. I knew you bought something, brother. I knew you bought the first hat. It was just taking me a minute. Pre-game. I pre-gamed before we started. Jesse, what's up? My and I didn't have my list available. Neil to the Mac, member of Kripple Krew Inc. It was a good pre-game, brother. Thomas Wheeler, what's going on? We're gonna get caught back up on that, and then have a good one, One Moon. I want to ask you about your process that went into this, because this is going to be your first design on the mic. That's got to be exciting, homie.
Oh yeah. Well, it actually, Kubey told me that my knife with them might actually release first.
Oh, so
But
it might beat it.
it might. But if I was betting, I would say that the Usurper is going to hit the market first. And so I take a lot of inspiration from American custom makers. So, you know, some inspiration for my knife would be like Brian Brown would be an inspiration. TW Price would be another inspiration. And there's a few others I can't think of off the top of my head, but you know, a lot of their knives have this look where it's, you know, kind of thin, sharp, you know, it's got like a laid back but aggressive style to it. And that's what, you know, that's kind of what I got this from. And I've got I have another knife that Ketsuo approved that is going to be stylistically a little bit different, but it's going to be a larger knife, larger than this one, but still with that kind of American classic custom look to it.
Nice. That's, man. So 3 that should be out in the not too distant future has got to be really exciting.
2 of them within the next 4 months for sure. And then Ketsuo has my, or Kubey has my 3rd design, the Loxus, and then Ketsuo has my 4th design, which is going to be a larger knife, and that one I think is going to be called the Contempt.
Okay, so can you tell us the first Kubey that's coming? Are you allowed to say what the name on that one is right now, or are you still under an NDA and can't share?
No, the NDA is passed. So that one is, so funny story. That knife is called the Severum. It's a single thumb stud deployment with a Warncliffe style blade. And my inspiration for that was I really liked, I believe it's the cedar, or it might be the cypress. I think it's the cypress. But I really liked Rob Johnson's cypress.
Yeah.
And it's like a single thumb stud with softer lines and a drop point. And I was like, I really like his foundation. I would like to make it more aggressive though, and kind of put my elements into it. So I took the single thumb stud from him, but I made the lines harsher. I made the blade shape more aggressive. And I gave mine a front flipper where I don't believe his has one. But it turns out that that design of mine looks shockingly similar to Mr. Design's Phantom.
Oh,
I was not familiar with that knife. So, of course, I reached out to him and I was like, hey, man, I'll pull the plug on this entire thing. Here's my design. And I don't want to move forward with it without your blessing. And he was like, well, he was like, no, you definitely did your own thing. You totally made this like your own design. So he's like, maybe throw me some credit, but yeah, you're fine, man. Go ahead. It's your knife. Do your thing.
that's awesome.
Which I thought was a really classy move on his part.
Really
especially
is.
With how kind of defensive members of the community can be either over their own designs or, for their favorite designers.
Sure.
Having somebody react with that kind of grace and dignity, I thought was, because I straight up I gave him total control. I was like, bro, I will pull the plug on this entire thing because I can see the similarities.
Yeah.
And I told him exactly what I just told you guys. It was, Rob Johnson is what inspired me. And I will absolutely give him credit, Rob Johnson, and I'll give Mr. Designs credit too. Sure. But so yeah, that one's called the Severum, and that one is my first actual design that got accepted by a company. Kubey's just slow as fuck. Love him to death though. Love him to death. And then the one you're holding is my second design. And the first one I made was really just me trying to make a knife that I thought that I would want to own and that I thought a company would get behind me. But it's crazy. It's like once you get your first design locked in, then it's like, oh, okay, I get it now. I'll just do whatever the fuck I want to. And that's what I did with my second, third, and fourth design. Was I just kind of did whatever the fuck I wanted to.
Nice. And then sent it until you got somebody that liked it.
Well, yeah, Kubey and Ketsu are my two go-tos right now. I mean, they like my design aesthetic. You know, they like the style of knives I produce. So,
and I truly think that Kubey and Katsuo are not only the best fits for this at least, you know, this type of style. There was a question to whether you were inspired by Alexander Haig.
I'm not familiar with Alexander Haig.
I am not either. But you know, one thing that I do want to mention is that convergence of design is a real thing. People are, I mean, you're always reacting to what you've seen. And, you know, things do influence. You take influences here and there, and other designers might be thinking along the same types of lines, but coming at it from a completely different angle.
For sure.
And there are times when knives come out that look very similar, and people go, oh, they copied. And it's like, no, you know, there's so many things you can do with different blade shapes and handles. For one, like knives have been around for thousands of years. We've been, you know, using these blade shapes for a long time. And so something's always going to look like something else a little bit to you. But convergence of design is not copying at all.
Well, yeah. So there has to be some integrity on the side of the designer for sure. You know, but there also has to be some due diligence, you know, where like you kind of, if you can come up with the design of your knife in an instant, right? You have a blade shape picked out, you kind of know what the handle looks like. You probably need to go a step deeper and maybe like kind of browse what are some popular knives right now to make sure that you're not doing the exact same thing. Right.
Sure.
Like I did that, like whenever I went to name my knife, you know, I did a Google search for a knife that was named that. I did a Google search for harpoon tantos. You know, I did a Google search for dragon scales. I found a bunch of knives that had dragon scales on it, so I needed to spice mine up, and I came up with those chaos scales. I couldn't really get away with the harpoon tanto as easily because there's a million of those. But you know what I did was, instead of having a really aggressive tanto where the blade is, I could have had it to where it was like a less harsh angle from tip to tip. But I went with an extremely aggressive angle tip to tip. So the second tip is like 40% of the way, or it's about 40% away from the primary tip. So, you know, you have to put more thought into your design to really try to make it stand out. And It is getting harder and harder to do that. But I would say probably my biggest inspiration is a knife I'm going to show you, because if this guy can do this, then I can come up with creative designs as well.
Yeah, I do really like. Yeah, I know who we were talking about. You're gonna get the screen for this.
Oh, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, this is the Mundus knife Penitentia. It's really religiously symbolic. So you see, we've got like the cross here. We've got the cross right in here. We've got these crosses on the pocket clips, and I say clips because they're on both sides.
He likes to do the double clips.
Yep. And then we have this kind of angel's eye right in here. The acoustics are crazy. Just one more time.
And it just sucks right into that detent when you release that lock.
And it is a button lock, but it's not a plunge lock. But I figured if Mundus can create knives like this, then, you know, I can do my due diligence and try to make sure that the stuff I come up with is, you know, also unique and of my own. Right.
Yeah.
So
He is like, he has such a wild mind. Kind of like Brian Winters, but in a different way, you know. By the way, Uriah Lost, I subbed to your channel. I will check your stuff out. Sheila, if you wouldn't mind dropping his link so the Kripple Krew can check his channel out. Folks, if I haven't said hello yet, it's just because we're chatting right now. But welcome to anybody who's joined. Gons, what's up? I know Dr. Drew Jude popped in. Still scrolling. And right now, my favorite knives, they change frequently. But one that I can't stop carrying right now is my TRM Atom with the Mike Irie Custom hollow ground Magna Cut and the lizard skin titanium scales. This is a screaming sharp laser of a knife, and TRM quality is just too perfect. Thank you, Sheila, for dropping his link. I appreciate you.
that's probably the best configuration of that knife ever. And those Mike Erie hand grinds, those things are no joke. That guy's an absolute beast whenever it comes to regrinds.
Yeah.
But something about TRM just feels magical. Like, it's not super fidgety because they're on washers, but it feels like an elegant type of action.
It does, very much so, and very controlled. And the tolerances are so tight on them that they're definitely not made to be like a drop shut fidget beast, but they are so smooth on those washers. The other ones, all of my other ones, you know, they will shake closed. This one, the blade is super light with that hollow grind. But the action on them, their lizard skin tie is really what started my titanium fandom. I did not like titanium much a couple of years ago.
Really?
I was not a fan. I've always been a micarta guy, and then the Ultim bug bit me, and my Ultim collection exploded. Voo, what's up? Have a killer weekend, homie. Thank you for popping in. G10, you know, whatever. It's just so to me, but it was always more micarta or Ultim. And I just didn't like titanium. I didn't like how you get so many, especially on smooth. I'm always cleaning it for pictures, like constantly, to get your finger grease off. But then they get cold in the wintertime. It just wasn't my thing. And TRM was kind enough, after the Human Cheat Code, Brand New American, let me review his TRMs. They sent me the Neutron 2 first, and this just made me fall in love with it. And since then, I have all of their knives, so far, their current main models in titanium. And my titanium collection just recently outpaced my Ultim collection.
Damn.
Which I wasn't expecting. But TRM is the one that really got me to change my mind. And now I carry Ultim or titanium, every day, because there's always a TRM on me.
Do you have, or have you gotten to try out their frame lock?
I have checked out, I have reviewed the Neutron frame lock. And it is wonderful. I'm grabbing a couple other TRMs to put next to Yo Gorgeous.
Did you ever send that one TRM out for me?
What was that?
Did you ever send that one TRM out for me?
This
the little
I will send it out as soon as the live is over, homie.
Oh, you're good,
Oh
brother.
wait,
You're
no,
good.
because I gotta send. No, I was gonna drop it in the box with this because I gotta send this back to you.
Oh, I mean, I'm not rushing. You know, if you still have like if you want to do reviews on the other knives and stuff like that, you know, I don't mind.
Yeah, when what I was planning on doing was dropping this in the box when I send that box back to you with
Yeah,
this
that
and the
that
other
works.
three.
Yeah, you
So
don't have to rush those knives back though. I mean, you hold on to them as long as you need to.
I appreciate that. But yeah, this one is the one that you want to check out. And it
Uh,
is breaking in very nicely.
I'm trying to be like you because you seem to get in good with companies that I have a hard time with. Like I get in good with companies like MaxAce, you know, will send me stuff. Concept will send me stuff. I've had who's that storefront for Riot? Crane's Cutlery. I've had Crane's Cutlery
Oh,
send me stuff. They sent me a huge box of Zerkatai. Not to
that's
keep.
awesome.
I sent it back and I wasn't to keep. But I'm pretty good at building rapport and having companies send stuff to me. But for whatever reason, but I think I can fix it with Fair Monster. I've reviewed 4 of their knives recently, and they were, I mean, some of their newest knives. The Chroma is probably my all-time favorite Fair Monster and one of my top 5 favorite knives of the year.
And right now, folks, the knife he's talking about, you can get it for $146 after code DVD. I'm going to share it
Do
real quick because
do
it
it.
is also one of my favorites. It surprised me. I didn't think I was gonna because it's smaller, but it's not as small as I thought it was gonna be. It fits in hand really well.
It's kind of like my knife where it's smaller, but like it's contoured and kind of rounded really well. So it
Yes.
fits thicker in the hand and it's a delight to manipulate.
Yeah, and that the thumb stud is perfect for it. You can still get the black and gold and no, the oh yeah, there it is, the plain. Which this is LMAX and beautifully milled and contoured titanium with titanium backspacer and pocket clip for $146 right now after code DVD is just stupid.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say, guys, is like my own collection isn't. I've sold most of it, but like the knives I've headed recently, like I have a Koenig Arius, I have a Norseman, I've got the new Tri-Stash, I've got some. You guys just saw the Mundus knife I pulled out. I handle knives that are way outside of my price range, which means that I'm extra picky whenever I am in my price range. $146 is within my price range, and I don't know of a better way to spend if you're looking for a knife in that range. I can't think of a better knife to get at that price point, considering I think it's normally like 220, 215, something like that.
Yes. And by the
Um,
way, if you don't want to use code DVD, I know code Darkwater works. I think G-Ball works. Use somebody's code and get the knife for 146.
but use DBD's code.
Of course, I prefer it, but if you use anybody's, it helps everybody. I want to
Can you?
answer Uriah's question.
Yep.
These are inset liner locks, titanium, and with inset steel liner. And then same with, by the way, but the Neutron is also available now in a frame lock, and the Atom, which is the larger model, the frame lock is dropping probably next month. And that's if you prefer frame locks, that'll be available. I like an inset titanium liner lock like this, or a nested liner lock on a titanium build like this usurper. And so this one, Uriah, is also a nested liner lock. And it is phenomenal. I will also send, because you just got to check out The Chroma, while Titanium Justin had the Xandros, the one that's the S90V sheet foot. But
Is that the one with the top flipper only, or is that the one with the hole in it?
It's got the blade hole and the top flipper. That's got that nice rollover flipper.
So I actually
S90V. This
just
is
got
the
that
one
in
that's
last night from the pass around.
okay. So I won't send you this one then, because I just got it back from Titanium Justin. Have you checked out the Ferox?
I got that one in from pass around too. So I'm going to say this, guys. The Ferox and the Valken are not as high up as the Chroma for me, but you're talking Wii level quality. Okay. We're talking Wii level machining and precision. Already a great price in the low 200s, right? But if you were ever going to tiptoe into Monster, this is definitely the time to do it, because not all of their knives are bangers. Okay. Don't get it twisted. Not all of their knives are bangers, but at the end of the day, whether the knife is a good fit for you or not, their machining and precision is off the charts. And their last 4 knives, which are the Chroma, Valken, Xandros, and
Ferox.
And the Ferox. Yeah, their 4 most recent drops are absolutely fire. Incredible knives. They're knocking it out of the park. And for my budget and the level of quality that I want, because guys, it's hard to find good quality around $200, right? You're typically looking at like Artisan, S90V, kind of basic bitch looking stuff. But Monster is bringing in like great ergonomics, great design. They're not innovating on locks or anything like that, but just the quality they pump out, the value per dollar rather, is insane with these guys.
Yeah, and right now everything is less than $200 because of the Black Friday sale. So every titanium model is under $200 after discount code, and every CP or both CP models are like $76. Hey, Uriah Lost, have a killer day. Appreciate you popping in, and welcome to the Kripple Krew. We'll see you again. D Kong Blades, welcome back. What's going on? KSK, my man. What's up? J Core Scott and J to the C, member Kripple Krew Inc. DBD codes work better than the others. I always say that my code's at least the fastest one to type in. DVD is pretty quick and easy to type in. ATB2, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What is up, my man? So, are you BNA, the human cheat code? Speak of him and he appears. What's going on? Member of Kripple Krew Inc. So, like we were talking about being able to use knives to get in good with companies. That too originally sent me his 3 TRMs that he had at the time, the Shadow, the Neutron 2, and the Atom. And I got to check them out and got in with TRM.
That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. And it's not just to get knives, but if it's a company you believe in, you want to have a good relationship with them. And TRM and Monster are both companies that I believe in. I think they're doing great things for the community. I think the quality is insane. And they're just companies that I want to be able to live stream for, or I want to be able to support, right?
Yes.
I want to be able to help lift their sales up in any small way I can, right? So I just like repping those companies. There's other companies that, that are fine, but I don't necessarily believe in them. So I'm not as motivated to check out their knives and, boost their sales. Yeah, I mean, I'll still review their knives, but it's just different whenever you like Max Ace. That's another company that I really believe strongly in.
Sure.
Their value is insane. They give you
matter of fact, I'm
basically.
gonna pull out the Max Ace that you sent in.
Sure.
We'll pull those knives out as right now also, so we can chat about those while you're talking. But please continue about Max Ace.
Yeah, they just deliver. They just do whatever the hell they want to, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
And they offer it at stupid prices.
Yeah, and the pricing is like super refreshing, because like the Max Ace, I think it was the Neptune was like an OTF for $108. And even their titanium and M390 knives, you see those for like $140. Just some really killer deals. I don't have a discount code for them. I don't think anybody does except for Metal Complex. But yeah, see that there is basically your poor man's Sabenza. I mean,
I get that feel from it.
yeah, it rides on washers and bushings, and it's just incredibly smooth action. Um, and it's a big, robust knife.
Are those zirconium studs?
Yes.
Okay, I would say they feel like stone.
Yeah.
And this finish that they did to the pivot is awesome because it looks like it's zirconium. Yeah, it's not. The pivot isn't. But
Right.
like the finish that they did to it almost matches the studs perfectly. Yeah, this is the front flipper on it's money. It's definitely,
It
it's
works
not built
fantastic.
to be a fidget beast, but this is going to be a work knife, a classy work knife
Mhm.
that'll just keep going for you. And they price them so fairly.
And then I believe you have the GFG.
Yes, that's what's coming out next.
I just like that. I would never use it or carry it. I just like it.
That when I showed this on a previous live, I said I love this because it's just made to be wild. Could
Yeah.
you use it? Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
could. But it's made to be a very sharp piece of art.
Yeah. One
And
of those
it
you could.
achieves that.
Yeah, it does achieve that. Very pretty knife. Once again, not practical. How they have the hollow grind on the inside and the flat grind on the rest of the blade.
Double flats.
Yeah,
Like
just a crazy grind. The thumb studs
hollow
look
like
awesome.
3 grind sections. But I love seeing knife companies do this kind of thing and just push what we can, what we look at now.
Yep.
And we're going to get there's one more to pull out.
I can't remember what the other one is.
It is the Urban EDC Asurus, a
That's right.
beautiful integral.
Yeah,
That
that one was so nice. I actually bought it twice. I have that's the belt satin, kind of plain Jane one. But I bought a hand satin where instead of black, everything is zircotai.
I saw that version. When I looked this up, when it first came, when I was checking it out, I saw that version as well. That version is wild,
Yeah.
gorgeous. But this, I really like this no nonsense version here. Just you've got a pivot on this side. Over here, a pivot, and then your lock bar insert. And that's all the hardware you're seeing on this baby.
Yep.
And it's just, it is machined so well, and it feels great.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful integral, and for an integral, not a crazy price.
No, it's I mean the pre-order prices were really nice. Like on pre-order, I think that version was like $349.
Yeah,
So anytime you're talking in integral below 400, you're in a pretty good range. And considering it's from Urban EDC, who they're expensive, right? They're expensive.
yes, they are.
But I was able to get pre-order pricing on both of them, and I pre-ordered them like I don't know 7 months ago. Whenever I had a little more, sitting in the account.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, that Isurus is also in my top 5 of the year.
it is so nicely made. I mean, it's just
when you look at it for its simple, it's beautiful in its simplicity
Mhm.
and done. It's you can make simple stand out when it's done this good. And I mean
Absolutely.
simple, folks, by the fact that, it's, like one piece of titanium. That's not simple to do, by the way. To machine these integrals is not simple to do. But this is a frame lock with, you know, hardly anything showing on it. Done looks like a simple design, but so well executed.
And that sharpening choil, holy cow.
Yes. And the blade is anything but simple. I
Yeah.
love that Poon clip. Of course, it looks very similar to a Fenrir, but sleeker.
The guy that made that knife is Nim Knives, Nim. And he
Yeah,
said that Riot was able to get that knife to about 95% of what his customs are. And his customs go for like 2,500 plus.
that's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I was really surprised because obviously, I like his knife. So I went and talked to him. And yeah, I was really surprised that he said 95. He's like, yeah, they got it 95% of the way there. He's like, there's a little extra magic I put onto it. But they got the majority of it right there. So
Yeah. It's Mick Ranger. It's the Urban EDC Asurus by Nim Designs.
and there's 3 models dropping this month, but they drop on different days. So I think the all black one is going to drop on the 10th. And then I think they have a plain stonewash where it's a stonewash blade and stonewash handle. I think that one may have dropped already.
That one is available.
Yeah. So that one's available, the all black one. And then the one that you have right there is going to drop, I think, towards the end of the month.
Sweet. It's a beautiful design. This one though impressed me more than I expected. I mean, I knew Max Ace does a killer knife, but the overall style and lines
Mm-hmm.
isn't quite what I would normally go for. But I do, after getting to check a couple of Sabinzas out at Blade Show West, I absolutely understand what you mean by that feel for a fraction of the price
Yeah.
with ZDP 189. So, I already ask? Are you able to share any of the pictures of the Severum on Instagram? Is it one that you've already sent me?
Well, I believe I sent you that one, but I've got the drawings for the other 2. If you give me just a second here.
Sure, that would be awesome to be able to share those.
Let me see if I can't pull them up really quick. And if you want to catch up on chat while I'm doing this too.
Okay, here's a design for one picture. All right. So let me pop over here. Let's see. I'm going to take the screen for a second just to have this up here
For sure.
while he's looking. If the lock bar cut was inside the handle, yeah, I get you on that. Cat scratch knives, what's going on? Still like the Usurper more than all of them. No, I absolutely agree. This style is beautiful. It is done very well. I really like the extra length from the primary tip to the secondary tip versus what we typically see on Dantos. Normally, our secondary tip would be quite a bit farther up, and then we'd have a short section in the front. And you have this nice section up here that you can use for cutting down on a flat surface, for scraping cuts, but it also makes it so pokey for leading into piercing. And then this is screaming sharp. This Sarus cut me the other day when you were closing it. Yep, That happens. Where can you get this Tonto? If you mean this Tonto, you're going to be able to get it from Katuo in the next couple of months. That's what we write about. Hopefully January, February-ish. We're Sever.
It should be at Blade Show. So I think that's the first couple of days of March. I think it's like the
Glacier,
first week of,
Texas. Perfect.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a screen grab and send these over to you.
Sweet.
Um,
I do believe you can share the screen as well.
I'm on my phone though, and it's on my computer.
No worries. No worries. It'll be way easier for me then. The chat is really loving this usurper design.
I appreciate you guys big time. Thank you for that support. Really.
And once this jimping makes that easier, it's going to be so awesome. Because I can front flip it. But if that jimping was what it's supposed to be, it would be so easy to front flip.
Yeah. So I sent you the what will be my second release with Katsuo. And I think this knife is going to be about 8.5 inches. So
Ooh.
It's going to be
Big boy.
Yeah, it's going to be a big boy.
Oh, that is cool looking. We are going to share this. Crew, let's take a look at this. I like that. You got a bit of a recurve. Let me move this. Make sure I don't have anybody up on the screen. There we go. We can see that pretty well. I like how clean that looks. Going with the middle tie again, chamfered around here. I like the poonage on that. Faux show.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, the harpoon adds a lot to that design. That swedge is going to look sick coming down to the tip.
Yeah.
And this is going to be hollow in here or just a deep flat?
No, the request is that it's hollow.
Word.
Yeah, that's the request. They haven't said no, but things can change last minute, whatever. But yeah, I told him I wanted it hollow. So
is there any thoughts of doing a lefty option on any of these in the future?
So on that model specifically, I might, because they based on its popularity on Instagram, because they did like a vote for all the new knives.
Yeah.
And my knife ended up winning by quite a large margin. They've already approved a second
Congrats,
run.
homie.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm going to see if on the second run, because we couldn't do it on the first run because they didn't know how well it was going to perform.
Sure. No, absolutely.
But now that they've approved a second, I am going to ask for some lefty versions. Now, if they don't give any lefty versions, I'll at least try to get a pocket clip on the other side. Because of it being an inset liner lock, lefties don't have to worry about applying pressure to it and not being able to deploy it.
Sure.
So,
yeah, not going to lock themselves out.
Yeah, so if I can't get lefty versions, then at the very least, I'm going to try to get reversible pocket clips. That way, there's still some lefty love there.
Yeah.
And then the next one I'm sending you.
I also see the cut out here for some lock bar access, and it looks clean. Like you barely notice it, but it's going to be useful.
Yeah, I'm actually that one would be the Contempt, but I'm really excited for that one.
And this one that we were just looking at, the Katuo, is the Contempt.
Yeah, that would be my fourth knife, and the one I sent after that would be my third knife. That's the Loxus.
Loxus. Man, that's going to be a slicer.
I also requested hollow on that.
So a full hollow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that way people can
would be so thin back here behind the edge.
100%. 100%. It is sometimes hard to get hollows approved because I didn't get the choice, but with Kubey, I'm assuming it's going to be M390, and M390 is already not a tough steel. So when
Yeah.
you pair that with a full hollow, and then you pair that with, maybe a newer to the knife world individual, then the possibility for like chipping goes up quite a bit, and nobody
Sure.
wants to spend money on a knife and then chip it, right? So sometimes, you have to settle for a really thin flat. But to me, that knife, like the first step of that knife I put together in my head was I want a full hollow. I want a knife with a full hollow. And that was like my first building block.
I just built a screaming sharp, sexy slicer off of that idea.
You really, yeah. Yep. Easy to get the tip down low if you need to make precision cuts or draw cuts or anything like that. It's got some belly to it still. You can push cut with it.
Yep.
And those thumb studs are supposed to be as big as the thumb studs on the ProTech TR3 Integrity. Because I wanted them to be just massive and comfortable. So,
I like that.
Yeah,
That'll look cool on that.
I gave them the exact diameter and perimeter of what the ProTech studs were, and I said, "Yeah, let's do that." So
that golf ball milling looks really sick. That's going to look good in titanium, man. That with paired with like KB's deep stonewashed tie, or even a DLC. Ooh.
And I do want the base version to be stonewash and stonewash. That way people don't, they could just literally put the knife right in their pocket and get to work with it.
Yes.
But also though, I would really like to see a DLC version too. I think that'd be kind of sweet.
Robin Dahlem, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie?
What's up, Robin? How you doing, man?
And when you make a sedition, where there'll be a special edition.
A sedition? What's... You know what? I'm just going to say yes, because, at least with Katsuo, they've approved special editions of all of my designs. So, yes, whenever I make a knife called the Sedition, I will absolutely have all black mirror DLC handle and blade with a mother of pearl pivot collar on both sides.
There you go.
Done and done. So I don't know how long your lives normally last, and I'm not sure how much time I've already eaten up. But
if you've got work you need to do, then you're welcome to blast. I typically go until at least noon on a Pacific time.
What time is it for you right now?
11:13. So I got 45 minutes.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I run longer, but if you're busy, there's no worries, homie.
No, I passed my second to last college course last night, so I have one more course I have to take. Then after that, I've got a master's degree.
Congrats.
That last course, though, is a dissertation, and those are big. Those are hefty. So, I was going to get started on my dissertation today. But I want to say, man, I appreciate all the support that you've provided, just one-on-one. I appreciate the support and endorsement of my designs, because you've been, ever since I showed you my very first design, probably 9 months ago, if not a little bit longer, you've been super on board with it. You've been checking in with me on it. You've just been like a big fan. And that kind of support from your peers means a lot, because I know that you have really high expectations of knives that you handle. I know that you handle an absolute truck ton of knives. So just having that support has been really great. It's been really great. So I appreciate you big time, brother.
Hey, no, I'm happy to help in any way I can. And we will definitely have you on again, showing off all the other badass knives. I will have a review of his prototype up this week, talking about this beautiful design. If you want to see a full video on it, plus also be checking out Sever 7's channels for constant updates. And he has a couple of the prototypes right now.
Yeah.
And you have the black one and the stonewash, right?
Well, those, I apologize. Those are actually on their way to me, so I don't have them physically in hand yet, but I will.
Oh, was this the first one you had get to you?
Yeah,
And you sent it out to me before you got the others in?
immediately.
Man, I truly appreciate you. I
I
truly
didn't.
appreciate that, Sever.
I didn't bat an eye at it. So, but yeah. So I appreciate you guys. Hey, thank you everyone in the chat for putting up with me. I know that I pulled his attention away quite a bit, but nothing but love for you guys. If you feel like it, come over, check out my channel too. I typically do a video every single day, so even
And
if it's
he
just background
checks
noise to
out
what you're
some
already doing,
wild knives.
I do check out some wild. Look, hey, one thing I'll say is I had the Poikilo and Mundus Alchem. I had that 3 months before Metal Complex had it. I had that sucker in like the end of 2024. I was the first person on YouTube to upload the Alchem, that big knife that has the switching blade and all that.
Yes.
I get my hands on some pretty cool stuff. So if you like that, go ahead and check me out.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got his video quality is pretty top notch. Definitely cleaner than mine, but that's he looks at some wicked knives. People are asking before you bounce.
Yeah, for sure.
No, he did not design the Eldorado, Wyoming. What is the major?
So in 30 seconds or less, the major that I'm getting right now is business leadership. And then I'm going to take 5 more classes. And then I'm also going to get a second master's in business administration. With those 2 degrees, I'm going to do nothing with them. But then I'm going to jump over to get my master's in clinical psychology. And some people will ask, why do you have 2 degrees that you don't plan on doing anything with? And I'll say this. About 5 years ago, I bought a house and I had a good paying job. I was married and I have my son. And I didn't know what to do with myself because I had gone as far as I had seen my father go, and I didn't know what to do after that. The idea of my son stopping at the same point that I would stop at didn't sit well with me. So I knew that if I wanted my son to pursue greater things, he had to see me do it first. So, at the age of, well, I'm 37 now, but at the age of 33, I went back to college and, I started a YouTube channel, stuff like that. Like, I don't want my son to ever be like, oh, what should I do next? I want him to think about his dad and how far his dad took everything, even after he bought a house, even after he, had a good paying job. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I know that's way more than anyone asked for, but it just kind of all comes along on the back of that question. So, but much love, guys. I appreciate you big time. And
thanks again for your time, brother. Hope you have a killer rest of your weekend.
And use code DBD whenever you guys go buy stuff at Fair Monster. All right.
I appreciate you, my man. Let me pull it up real quick. I will pull it up. All right, let me get that. I will share his YouTube right now. More. Share. Too many steps. Copy. Oh, I could have showed his channel as well. But here, I'm going to drop this in the chat. Here's his YouTube. And yeah, he really is. He's a cool dude. And I've been chatting with him about these knives for quite a while. I thought that he got all, man, why is my camera doing that? Stop doing that. Let's do a little bit of adjusting. Is it because of the glare on that? Can move this. But this, I did not know that he sent the only prototype to me. I thought he had all 3 because I got to see the 3 protos at Blade Show West. Again, before he got to check them out because he had travel issues. And so I was checking him out and letting him know what I thought of the, why is my camera doing this? What I thought of the prototype and what I liked and what I thought could use improvement. Like that front flipper was the first thing I noticed. You know, the jimping on it is just not right. But I really appreciate him sending it in. As soon as he got hands-on with it, he finally got hands-on with his knife and sent it to me. They should make it easier to search channels you subscribe to. Yeah, do not drop it. That's for show. It does carry some strength out to that tip with the flat grind here, but it's still bulky. I think this proto, I forgot to ask. I think this proto is an M390, but I don't know what the production steel plan is. Tristan, what's up, brother? You just missed Sever 7 chatting with us. Tristan, member Kripple Krew Inc. Already got 8 or 9. Oh, man. That's no fun. I guess it's getting low on the mountain by us, and it looks to be coming this way in the near future, which I'm not looking forward to at all. Yeah, I agree, Henry G. Stuff like that should be easier. We've been looking at a lot of spendy designs for the last hour. I do want to show a couple of budget bangers real quick from Kubey. We've got the Kubey Gurkha. Stop doing that, camera. Wonder. I don't like it doing that dance. But the Kubey Gurkha made to be like a folding kukri by our homie Johan Jordaan in South Africa. This definitely is a full-size knife. Big boy Kubey Gurkha. I like it. And then, I got to be careful with some of these expensive knives that are on loan that I have out right now. And then we also have the Kubey Dio Johan Jordaan design named for his boy. And this one is definitely more compact, but still wicked comfortable. I can get, because it widens out back here, I can get a full 4-finger grip behind that pivot, but choking up on that, wicked comfortable. You've got that tip you can get down and use. Solid button lock action with the inset liners. I am so happy for my boy Johan Jordaan, seeing this maker's mark so many times this year. With Kubey, with Artisan, with crap, who else? He's been having knives drop. Kaiser, bunch of Kaisers. Ooh, then your build is complete. Well, I don't know if you have a tie backspacer, but that titanium 80-20.5 of you, or 80-20 of yours, is so sexy. And then also, we're going to take a look at the Molsect 808 because I am digging on this design heavy. And the sustain comes in. So these are S35VN, and you can get them. I'm going to go share this screen real quick. Buzz, what's up? Oh, Taking Knives. How you doing? I didn't say hello yet. You popped in right at the end of of Sever kicking it with us. This is the 808 Attack. This is the version. This is S90V. This is made to be the like sliciest version. DLC titanium and dark matter gold carbon fiber with S90V, and you can get it for $153 after code DBD. $153. S90V, fat carbon, titanium pocket clip. And the front flipper on this is perfect. I'll show you on the one I have here. That's the 808 Attack. There's the 808 Decay. This is the one I really want. I want to check out the DLC version of the Decay. Are we still S90V? Yes, S90V with a full flat. Well, it's not. It says full flat. That's not a full flat, but with a flat on that sheep's foot. I think this is the most attractive one, especially in the DLC. And you can get this DLC for $135. Titanium DLC S90V, $135. And then we have the 808 Sustain. And that's the one I have right here. $90 for S35VN. G10 inset liners. I'm going to show the Ultim one. It's the same price, but you can see the inset, well, not inset liners. I take that back. But Ultim with steel liners. You have internal stop pins running on a racetrack that you can see through the Ultim. Full T8 hardware, titanium clip. The backspacer has the hidden lanyard spot and amazing action. The front flipper on this is nutty how good it is. You break the detent and that is flying open. Reach around approved all day long. I dig the 808 series. And from 135, from 90 to $153. From S35 up to S90V. That's pretty impressive. But we also today, how much is the Pathfinder? How much is like the noise right now? And so the noise, that's not really on sale. I guess a little bit. The shuttle we have right here, 14C, aluminum, nice crossbar action, wicked blade design. These are $70. I like the milled backspacer. But the one that I really want to show, I need to get hands on with, whoops. Oh, come on. I want the tanker. This, the mantle. These just dropped. These look so good. These are larger. This is 3 1/4 inch blade. 7 3/4 inches overall. So a little longer than the 808. You've got I like the milling on this frame lock quite a bit. The titanium clip looks really smooth with it. But the pricing on these, it'd be what, $180 for DLC and dark matter. We've got Timascus and DLC with S35VN. Silver crystal Timascus. I mean, these are beautiful. Molsect has really stepped it up. And what is the overall length on this little one? 6.6 inches. Okay, it feels bigger than that in hand, which I like. Yeah, the Ultim Sustain is dope. My only improvement that I can find so far is I wish there was a reverse flick, but the front flip is so money that that's smooth as hell. And I can easily lefty reverse flick. And with the choil and that jimping, I easily get a full 4-finger grip on this. So I get that little big knife feeling out of it. But it's just smooth and fun. The Ultim, let's get this camera to stop messing with us. Trying to show the micro milling. You can see it up there on the chamfers. There we go. You can see that milling in the Ultim. I'm sure the G10 is milled like that as well, but this Ultim looks dope to me, especially with the internal stop pins, which, like I said, add crazy stability to that lockup. This Molsect is using very good Ultim. I also have their Ultim Orbit, and the reason they're sending the Ultim versions to me is they know how much my homeboy over at Molsect knows how much I dig Ultim, and so he figures if their Ultim passes my standards, then he's happy with it. And so far, both of their Ultim offerings, I approve. They have been listening to the knife people a lot. Everything from T8 hardware, they've gone to full T8 hardware, to better choils, to the action being insane. They did the scary thing and stopped production on their knives, stopped making new knives for almost a year while they worked with designers and tested designs at various European knife shows before they launched the Shuttle, Noise, 808, and the Mantle. These knives have been through a bunch of knife shows across Europe and Asia as people felt and handled them, and they took feedback and they improved them before they released them to the market. And they're just now releasing them. And stop doing that camera. And I am well impressed. Yes, I can't either. Ultim DBD Glides coming very soon. They really have stepped it up. The new Orion, I'm going to show you what they changed. Our Orbit. Orbit. I think you mean the Orbit. Let me grab mine. Oh, where is my Orbit? I've got so much Ultim. Can't find my Orbit. Is it not? Where is the Ultim Orbit? I had it out not too long ago. Probably still out. I'm gonna find it right quick because I want to show you what they've changed. Oh, it is right here. So, the original Orbit, the sharpening choil was not good. And the way the stop pin landed kind of kept you from sharpening it at all. We had T6 hardware besides the pivot. The access to the lock bar was not very good. The jimping has been improved. Even things like, so all T8 hardware now, even things like I told them, because they had 14C28N facing the other way. I don't know where my gray orbit is at the moment, my OG orbit, but they had it facing the wrong way. And even things like that, I told them, dude, that's the wrong way. And so they changed and flipped it and put it so that the font is facing the proper way. They took the name off of the pocket clip like I recommended. Here it is. Here it is. Yes, I was so impressed with how receptive he was to all the things that I wasn't a fan of when I did the review on this knife. I thought it was a great front flipper, but there were so many things. This sharpening choil is not done very well. The hardware, the font, there was more than that I noticed when I actually had them and was comparing them. Even the lockup is better. But from their first drop, to changing everything I recommended when they re-released the version 2 is very impressive to me. Companies don't have to do that. Later, Beardo. Gareth, my brother from a South African mother. Oh, fun times. At least it wasn't another, what do you guys call them, cash and transit trucks attack? We call them armored cars. He saw another one of those on the highway just the other day, or he sent me a video of one from his town, Durban, where they run the trucks off the road, the armored trucks. They approach it with multiple cordless hole punches and get the guards out. Then they blow up the side of the truck and run away with the cash. It's insane. And it happens right on the highway. You can see cops pulling up and stopping people from going farther, but not doing anything to interfere. Kelly, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Oh, nice. If y'all missed it earlier, we had Sever7 join us for about an hour to talk about his Usurper, no longer the Noctis, now called the Usurper because Civivi stole the name right at the end. So this is the Usurper, coming very soon from Katuo. And we also took a look at a couple of his other designs. I really appreciate Sever's time joining us and allowing me to review and show you guys his prototype. 9-pound hammer, yay, yay, yay. Today's flower was a cross between Do-Si Do and Redneck Wedding. And then the wax, I believe, was Grandpa's RPG, if I remember right. But I could be remembering wrong because of that flower and wax. Man, this shadow is really bugging me. Maybe that's what's messing with the camera. Ginger Fisher, member of Kripple Krew Inc., dropping those badass emojis. Oh, that's no bueno. That sounds like a pretty big accident. What's the Kripple Krew carrying today? What's in y'all's pockets? Today, because this came in last night, I was rocking the Molsect 808 Sustain, the Sever7 Usurper. I can't stop carrying my mic Erie Hollow Ground, Adam, and the Wee Tyro with the Sneck Super Lock and the Fred the Lug custom anno job. Really like how he shortened the super lock for this knife versus the Visions or the Buster. Awesome little blade. Gives you that full purchase, no refund, as Homie Knife Dope would say. Very similar in size, actually, to the 808. Oh, no. We got to put that away. We have to bust out the double flag salute because our brother, Gareth HB, has been a member of Kripple Krew Inc. for 12 friggin' months. A full year of support. The longest continuous membership of Kripple Krew Inc. I really appreciate your support, brother. You get 2 flags and we will do some American acoustics. Actually, you know what? We'll do South African acoustics. With the chunky boy, Gurkha. I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you so much for 1 year of support. Dimco. Butt ass naked. Dimco, you should have a neck knife. Dimco 20.5 with OG scales and Fostoon Raccoon Bowie button lock. Yay. McRanger, the first hat purchase, pimping it. Wyoming Adventures. Sheila's got the tenable fin, Vosteed mini nightshade and tie, and the Civivi blue tick. Aries rocking that Kaiser Bulldog and the Aries EDC Micro. Probably my second favorite design of his. New Forest and Demonic Hank of the Month. Ooh, Demonic's been doing some of that artwork for Mad Yako. That's dope. Parrot number 146. And of course the tie dice. Making sure I didn't go look at that. Checking and dropping those badass emojis for Gareth. Hell yeah, showing that support. Need to get some more extras for the arcade light. Agreed. Mick Effin and Ranger, member of Kripple Krew for 12 months, getting the double flag salute. Says, let's go, Kripple Krew. Much love. We will drop some American acoustics. And a double flag salute for 1 year of support that is very much appreciated. Thank you, my brother. Mick also has a pretty badass hat on the way. Yes, there we go. Now that I've been meant to do this early in the stream, it's even in the description that we were going to do this. I'm going to pull that up and we're going to take a look at it, folks. First, I'm going to say ATB2, member of Kripple Krew for 3 months, says happy Thanksgiving weekend, Blade Addicts. Thank you, ATB2. How about some Super Lock acoustics? Thank you for the support. I really appreciate you. Coming in hot. Sheila, member for 11 months, says getting close to a year. Kripple Krew. How about TRM acoustics? Ah, sounds so good. Thank you for the support, Sheila. I truly, truly appreciate you, sis. We are going to look at the AriesEDC. Oh, one sec. Everyone else is doing it, says Steve Al. Member for 1 month. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the support. How about a Katuo Mini Griffin acoustic salute? I'm going to get one of the ones that really tings. Where's one of the ones that really tings? There we go. Get some ting. Man, this is the best community, Sheila. The knife community is amazing, and the Kripple Krew is the best family in the knife community. Your support truly means more than you guys know to me. I say it, but not enough. We are going to look at our brothers, Thorn. Check out the new AriesEDC Thorn. I think this is my favorite version here. The brown micarta, beautiful contoured micarta with the black wash blade. Look at that, very functional jimping. That's going to be a wicked little EDC fixie. We're looking at an overall length of 6.1 inches with a 2.83 inch blade. Perfect. We're going to look at some of the other colors too. You can get black G10 and 20% off of that. You're looking at $62 if you use code DBD. The Ultim is $10. I mean, the micarta is $10 more. If you got the blue micarta before on the AriesEDC Bloom, then you can get the matching Thorn. You got the brown micarta with stonewash. Look at that beautiful. Kubey does such a good stonewash. This is the working knife right here. This isn't going to show anything on that blade. And that micarta is going to patina so well. And then all three have a blackout. You guys know I love me a coated blade. You guys also know I'm not into blue, but I like this one. I do still think this is the one that I'm going to get. Awesome, and congratulations on another killer collab, Aries. I love seeing it. And I can't wait for the rock hopper, homie. Shipping is back to $10. Good. So it's not a $35 shipping either. So you can use code DBD right now and pick one of those up with the regular shipping. That Vasti Naga is one that I want to check out. I love their new micartas on it, and that blade just looks really dope. I'm going to grab some water. I will be right back, folks. Give me 1 sec. All right. I'm back. I'm back. See what I missed? A blacked out bloom would be sick. I've said it before. I don't care whose code gets used. You can use Aries code. I think it's AriesEDC. I believe Darkwater has a code. You know, G-Ball. I don't care whose code gets used. I appreciate it when you guys use mine. But if you use anybody's, it helps everybody in the community. And you save money. That's what's more important to me. Like the full blackout. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I probably should get it changed. I'm going to see if anybody has sent pictures. It looks like we've got some pictures of carries that we need to go through. First off, William Hornbostel sent a video. And are you talking about what video? What knife is the Trivisa? I don't remember which model that's not the Lynx, is it? Here, folks. Which Trivisa model is this? You've got the awesome contoured micarta. The I can't remember the name of that Trivisa with the crossbar lock. I know it is, I mean, obviously Trivisa. I saw this video you posted yesterday with all of the autos. See if we can get that a little bit better showing. There we go. Mr. Hornbostel's auto collection. As we roll through. The only one of these I have is right here. The tack knife Goliath. Big boys. Wicked. And then what do we got? I don't know if I can share. I don't know if I can share that. Gareth, can I share your video? It looks like puppies, but that doesn't mean it's going to be appropriate. Video sent by our homie Jason Cox with the concept caveman that decided to freeze. All right, let's stop sharing Instagram for a sec. There we go. We're going to scroll back up because we've got BNAs. Ooh. Okay, no. That's why I asked. I will not show. Let's get Aries to 4K, people. Let's get Aries to 4K. Faux show. That's awesome, Sheila. It you know, then in my opinion, using anybody's makes the companies know that working with us is in their benefit, to their benefit. There's B&A's Carrie. Got the Forest Hank. I love the Alien. We got that 9-pound hammer and the beautiful pair of 3. Boz Beast. Rocking that AD20 and the Cold Steel Fomax. Look at that beautiful AD20. Oh, Grail knife. We got Steve L. Rocking that beautiful Growler XL. Nice custom fixie. I always like this little sheep's foot. The steak knife at Longhorn sucked. Ah, nice. He went, had to rock the Kubey. All right, Kubey. I said Kubey when I meant to say AriesEDC Custom. AriesEDC Custom. Pimping it. Kripple Krew always has the best pockets. If you want to share yours, you could definitely send them over. Have a good one, AriesEDC. Appreciate you hanging out. Hell yeah. Yeah, that Slugger's such a cool knife for $72 after discount. That's a really good OTF for the price. I do. We talked about it a little bit earlier. I just want to show one more time that right now we have Black Friday pricing going on the Kripple Krew gear. You can get your hoodies. You can get your hats. Whoops. You can get your hats. You can get your t-shirts available in all different colors and your mug. Free shipping on all orders over $50. And all the prices are marked down for launch week, Black Friday, You can go in here, you can change. Okay, I don't want black on charcoal. I want murdered out. You get it murked out. Look at that. You can go charcoal on black, which I think looks phenomenal. I really like this gray on gray on gray. Gray on white. Heather gray on black, and then white on, but black on white. That one looks pretty cool too. That black on white. But the murked hats look pretty friggin' clean to me. Let's show the Kripple Krew murked. This right here was the first hat sold to Mick effing Ranger. The Kripple Krew murked out hat. Logo pops on the charcoal too. And I like this company. They, we've got this set up. And before these orders went out, they reached out to me and said, hey, the sizing that you've done on that, we can do it exactly the way you want it, but this is how we think it would appear better on the hat. The embroidery would look way better. Do you approve? And they sent it, and I was like, oh yeah, let's do this. And so I am well stoked. But Black Friday pricing right now through Monday, and free shipping over $50 through Monday. You can get your Kripple Krew gear. There will be more available in the future. I love the DBD on the sleeve. There has been a black shirt sold. There's been gray shirts. Ooh, that military green. That OD. That looks pretty cool. I don't know about that orange. Of course, the white's gonna pop. That one, people are gonna think you're in a motorcycle club. Thank you again, Bluminati Ninja, for all your help on that. Douglas Wagner, what's up? Thank you too. Yeah, the full gray is great, but I know you grabbed that murked. Yeah, thank you, Sheila. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, Beardo. And again, folks, got that lizard too in the right pocket. Can't beat the TRM. She's so good. I told you it'd become a perma knife. You once you have TRMs, you like end up carrying a TRM in your carry all the time. I will get beanies up soon. Danielle Link Smith, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Good to see you, MC Deadly and the Stabby bunch. I like it. Understand. I completely understand. Yep. I get it, man. Christmas coming up. It's not easy. And, if anybody that does buy it, I truly appreciate it. If you can't get it, no worries. I'm glad that it's available now. And it means a lot to me that people actually want to rep it, that we have built this family into something that people want to support. So thank you to all of you guys. And there will be other stuff available in the future. Not trying to make a bunch of money off of anything, but want to, because I don't have to carry inventory. Yeah, Legos are insanely expensive. Mrs. Deadly loves the flower Legos. My son loves Legos too, but he likes the big expensive sets. But there will be other items available. Again, not because I'm trying to over merchandise or anything, but because I don't have to carry any stock. It allows me to offer up different items. And so if somebody sees something they like, they can grab it. So there will be other things available on the site later. And I appreciate everybody's support. Lego Technic was your jam. Trivisa Hornet. Okay. Statue of Liberty. Ooh. Yay. Yeah. Yeah. This is that time of year. It's just like, there's been so many insane Black Friday knife deals that I have wanted to grab. And I just, with Christmas time, I haven't jumped on them. But man, the Black Friday deals are so tempting. That's awesome. Tell her happy birthday. Also, happy birthday, Jesse, my homie from the wet side of Washington. Happy birthday. Yeah, so Mrs. Deadly, like flowers, real flowers have never been good for us. Like plants don't last long at our house normally. Plus, she and I both are allergic to different flowers. And a long time ago, instead of ordering bouquets of flowers that died in a couple of days, or that we tossed because we couldn't breathe, I started ordering her the I Hate Steven Singer gold dipped roses. And now she has over a dozen colors of gold dipped roses that she got for different holidays. And then the Legos started doing the flower sets. And she has almost every Lego flower set. There's a couple new ones that have dropped that are on her Christmas list. But she has almost every Lego flower set because those are flowers that, like the I Hate Steven Singer, they're flowers that I can buy her that aren't going to die. Ooh, that sounds like a really good priced build. Hell yeah, Jesse. Hope you're having a good birthday today. Hope you blazing it up. The Demco deals really are so freaking tempting. Merch to the max, my friend. Again, because I don't have to carry it. If we think something looks cool, we can offer it. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, we'll offer something else. It's also cool because if people want to, if anybody, you're messing around and you come up with a cool Kripple Krew or Disabled but Deadly design that you think would make a good T-shirt, send it over. We'll take a look at it. Maybe we can, maybe we'll have some crew designed shirts, stuff like that. Yeah, no, plants don't last here. I won't take care of them. I'm not a plant person, and they've never lasted in our house ever. So the gold dipped roses and the Lego flowers have been the way to go. Because then she always has flowers. Just like if I send real flowers to her job, there's a good chance that if they go in her office, she ain't going to be breathing for crap for the rest of the day. Yes. Yes, I'm thinking about doing that. And then whatever the winner is, I would buy one of those winning shirts for that person so they would get one for free. Have a black thumb when it comes to plants and flowers. Yeah, it's just not our strong suit for sure. But you know, you still want to be able to get your wife flowers. I hate Steven Singer. Man, that website has taken a fair amount of my money over the years, but those gold dip roses, she still has her first one. You know? Hey, man, I hope you have a killer day, Robert. Thank you for popping in and hanging out with us today. I also truly, I want to say it one more time. I appreciate Sever7 spending some time with us today. We've been trying to set that up. He's a busy guy because he has a job. He has a family. He's also working on the side for Katuo, running their sales and their social media. So typically Saturdays and Sundays is when he works Katuo. And so trying to find time to get him on a live hasn't been easy. But this is such a wicked prototype. He deserved a chance to see how much people dig it. And again, thanks to him for sending this in as soon as he got it in hand. Like, I got to handle his knife before he did at Blade Show West. And he didn't wait till he had all the prototypes. He just sent me the first one he got, and that means a lot. I do as well, Sheila. And I think, you know, those are the two things that I've been talking about since I got the prototype. Is this jimping needs to be fixed because it's doable, but it would work just fine if the jimping was fixed. And then if these shelves were a little sharper. Do I have like a problem flicking it out? Not at all. And I can get it with my thumb. But if the shelves had more bite to them, it would just make it that much easier to flick. And when those are fixed, this is going to be a beautiful design. Trouble Bunny, appreciate you popping in and smashing the like. I know you have been listening and lurking through Sean. I know you've been busy, but thank you so much for popping in, stabbing that like button. Carbonized jimping. Yeah, this is just way too soft, and it doesn't go all the way around. It needs to be closer together. Well, it needs this jimping. The jimping, that one's hard to see because it's black. But here we go. Jimping that has bite to it and goes all the way around the top. Those extra few jimps right there make a massive difference when you're getting a hold of that front flipper. And if it came up a little higher, it'd be even easier. Like if this tang was just slightly longer. But even if they don't do that, just functional, tight jimping all the way around that actually grabs you would be perfect. Want to add them with those amber ale scales? They do look really good. Right now, TRM is running discounts on gift cards. So if you're thinking about getting a TRM for somebody or for yourself, you can actually save a little money. Buy the gift cards right now and then use the gift cards and my discount code and get a TRM cheaper than at any other time. Because of the savings, the Black Friday discounts on gift cards right now. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. I like that even the pocket clip, see if we can get this milling to show. There we go. Even the pocket clip has very fine micro milling. Like, no detail left out. And so, you see the scoop right there. Even the side of that is milled on the pocket clip. Same with the underside right here. That is all, let's see if I can get that to show. That is all milled. Those little details are awesome. And then you can see that to take it apart, you take the back spacer out from the inside, take the pivot apart, and then the knife will come apart and you can access the screw for the pocket clip. But the way that he has designed it, the only piece of visible hardware is that pivot. Just like next level. Very impressive, homie Sever. There will be a review on this knife coming this week on this prototype. But talk about a wicked sharp hollow. That's going to be a scary knife. Oh, the one thing we forgot to ask him. What's retail going to be? I'm a guess between $199 and $249 is my guess. Yes, a lot of attention to detail. Again, he gets a lot of very expensive knives, like the Poi Kilos, like this GFG Chinese mid-tech. And the style of knives that he is into have a ton of finer details. And he worked really well to put those into the Noctis. Or it's not the Noctis, the Usurper. Woo! Pokey pokey. Watch that choil. Such a crazy grind. Double-edged Kiridashi. Yeah, I'm gonna put this big boy away. I don't wanna hit that with another knife. I think it's expensive. And again, I dig how much edge we have from the primary to the secondary tip. It's going to be so useful. Some fun designs today. Faux show. That was me. This front flipper on the 808 series is definitely one that I think even those that are front flipper challenged could use with no issues. And this dip right here gives you a perfect place to grab for that reach around. Very pokey. I am sure they're like all of the other Molsect edges I've received. This is going to be wicked sharp. Oh, I would say so. I would say this came a little slicey. Faux show. Yeah. Beautiful edge on that S35VN, or you can get it with S90V. But S35VN and Ultim, with all the attention to detail that this has for less than $100, deal. How does everyone ensure your knife collections with my with my dogs and cordless hole punch and a very non-welcoming attitude of knives with angles. Yay. Yeah, same way. You know, when I leave the house, if we're going on a trip, my knife collection does end up in my safe. I have a case that I can lock up and put away and hide but the problem is that is the case that also has most of my expensive knives, and it doesn't fit into the safe. So a lot of times it gets emptied and the stuff all goes into the safe while I'm gone. And then I have to pull it all back out. No, it doesn't work for natural disasters at all. No, Mud had me when Mud was visiting yesterday. And he was talking, he's like, man, could you imagine? Because we were chatting about how both of our carries has evolved over the last couple of years. And we carry more money in knives on us at any time than in previous occasions. And he was like, man, with the way my personal collection has grown over the last 2 years, he's like, could you imagine if you had to buy all that again? And and not all of it, of course, was purchased. Some of it was gifts. Some of it, like this, sent in by companies. But no, I couldn't imagine trying to replace the collection I have right now. I don't. I hate. I'm going to sound like War Room almost when I say this. But yesterday, when he asked this, we decided to check my pockets, and I was rocking about $1,500 worth of knives yesterday. And with some of the knives that folks have, yeah, insurance is a good idea. Shy Guy Adventures, what it do? Put yours in your rental insurance. That's what I need to do. I need to total up the collection. I really should inventory the collection at some point. It has grown massively this year. Try to rock less than 150 in knives. Well, I had this in my right front pocket, and this custom version retails at like $4.95. So it's not because I'm trying to carry expensive pockets. It's just that I happen to have some nice knives. Put yours in the renters. Yeah, with the guitars and amps. Paul Mills, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Started out last August with one folding knife and one fixed blade. Since then, grown to over 53. Hell yes. With no signs of slowing down. That's smart. Well, see, the thing is, I don't believe in safe queens. If I have a knife, I want to use it. My most used knife is a handmade custom for me, but I love it. I got it to use it. And like, this is too good of a slicer not to carry and use. I'm not going to let it just sit in the case and pull it out for pictures. It's a perfect knife, and I want to carry it. You know, I was also rocking the Wee Tyro that Fred the Lug anodized. These right now, by the way, I dropped a short yesterday. You can get the Tyro 20 CV titanium Snex Superlock on Prime on sale for $202.50. This is an awesome Superlock knife. Very similar in size to a Shark Cub. It's like the Snex Premium Shark Cub. That Superlock action is even better than on the Vision FG. This knife is fun. So I can't be worried about losing. I want to use them. Aries is your favorite custom? Yay, I'm not done. I only have the one. And then I have the Bloom production. I will have a Thorn production soon. But I need me a Bloom Cliff. And I need me a Micro. Yeah. Like they beg to be carried. For special occasions, not every day. Huh. You know, and I typically also have some budget knife on me that I'm testing or reviewing or checking out. And if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to cut something that's really nasty, and maybe I don't want to use my Mike Irie hollow ground edge on it, I want something a little tougher, I can go to the budget Nitro V and not worry about it. Yay, yay, yay. This is still a stupid deal for $50. This knife really shocked me this year. I did not expect a budget frame lock to be in my top 5 contenders for budget knife of the year. That's why your last run hit with a vengeance. Custom with a custom user to make do however I feel. And a church piece. Yay, yay, yay. That's that Jake B creates Vanguard Mary. Ooh, ooh. That he's talking about. Ah, come on. I want to extend this jimping a little bit because I can front flip it. It's just not easy because they didn't jimp it for it. It's not made for it, but you can make it happen. Still have some on Monday? I hope so. I know that the blue is out of stock last I checked, but the stealth gray and the green are in. And this, you know, on the website, it looks black. They call it stealth gray, and it is a very, very dark gray with a hint of green to it. Actually, a really wicked color. And that $80, I thought this hit my, you know, this made it to one of my very top budget contenders at $80. But at $49.95 it's a steal. This is a true user knife. Yeah, no, the color really doesn't matter. I went back and forth between the green and the stealth gray. And then I figured since I had already done a review on the green, I might as well get the stealth gray so I could see the color and compare them at least. And I like the stealth gray quite a bit. I like how it's, you know, like stealth mode, obviously, except for the stupid white O-Knife logo. But at least it's not huge right here anymore. Action phenomenal on this. fit and finish. The tolerances are so tight. This has to be the best O knife that I have checked out, even though it's not the most expensive O knife I've checked out. Your Under the Bridge warranty constant is, oh, damn. See, ever since I got that first Under the Bridge custom that you now have, I've wanted one of his undertow warnies. And I will have one eventually because his scale work is insane. It really is, Sheila. You know I'm not the biggest fan of frame locks, but it's a full-size knife. Perfect ergos, very neutral, but very good. Phenomenal action on that frame lock. Crazy lockup. It's just this is a knife that you feel like you can use and use and use and not worry about hurting it. And yet it's still lightweight for its size because of that O aluminum. Contoured. Just done well. Hidden lanyard. Extra strength because of the clamshell. Yeah, the undertow warning. Oh, that's a dream knife for me. But I will go with a different sheath system. Probably. Just because the only reason I didn't carry that knife, the undertow that you have, was of the leather pocket dropper sheath. Just wasn't quite for me. Otherwise, I never would have let that knife go. Ooh, I want to look at that. I am going to look at that right now because we know that Trouble Bunny and Sean have some nice Aries. Ooh, wow. Even more than I thought, folks. Damn. Thorns, hawks, the bushy hawk. Bloom clips. We got the original, or one of the original spikes. Oh, that's that custom with Corey Holly. Blooms, including all three Kubey blooms and another Kubey bloom. Some more Aries blooms. Another, ooh, look at that, another thorn. More hawks. Gargoyle. And I don't know if that's a pruned gargoyle or a pistol. Another spike. Can never remember that blade shape's name. Oh, the Corey Holly. The Damtanium. Oh, this was my favorite of their collabs. And we got a Talon down here. Beautiful set, homie. Beautiful set. Just damn. 1, 2, 8. So we're at 24. 24 Aries on that screen. Wow. Really loving the Naga. Later, Shy Guy. Appreciate you hanging out. Welcome to the Kripple Krew. We go live every Saturday morning, every Tuesday morning, and every Thursday evening. We'll see you soon. Sliceiest blades to date, 17th out behind the edge. CTS XHP. Oh, CTS XHP has quickly become one of my favorite user steals because of this knife. Yeah, some knives I carry because it's the day's fidget. I like to fidget with knives a lot, obviously. That was Trouble Bunnies and Sean Batts. That was their collection of 24 AriesEDC knives. Word. Roger that. Appreciate you hanging out, my friend. Have a killer rest of your evening over there in the Netherlands. We will talk to you soon. Can't wait till you get that Lynch Northwest clip for your 80/20, homie. I want a Jake B. Crib. Yeah, I want a Vanguard Mary, and I really want a Chickadee. I like the Chickadee a lot. I would love to get a little Chickadee and a Vanguard Mary. Yeah, there's a few customs that I want to get. Jake B would be one. I like the Jurassic EDC. I like the Brass Brigade stuff, but I think I want my next Aries first. The Chickadee is a much smaller one. B Shady has one, I believe, that he might be able to send me a picture of. Yeah, B Shady's got a couple JPs. Oh, BP Customs. That's another one. I'm gonna pull up our brother Chris Lopez's BP Custom collection. Let me find it. Here we go. This is another custom maker that I would love to get some blades from. Ice Age Blades. I'm gonna have to look that one up. But I really like the FUKs look very useful. That's these Kiridashi kind of looking blades. Those are his FUKs. Obviously, Chris likes the FUK quite a bit. But I really like this one right here. I like this one here. And this one right here. I like those quite a bit. This one, good looking fixie, but I would get an Aries Thorn. Or Bloom. Bloom. But like these Warnies, these straight edges, I really, really like. And I like this sheep's foot right here. Little poon foot. Those BP Customs look really cool. That's one I'd like to check out for show. Ice Age Blades is local to you? That's dope. Oh, here we go. Tristan sent a picture or a video. We'll share this real quick. That handle's wicked looking. I like that sheath system. That's a leather sheath that I could put right at the appendix carry. Oh, yeah, duh. As soon as I saw the maker's mark, I should have looked at it on right here. Duh. Yes, I have seen his stuff, and I do like it quite a bit. That looks like one hell of a user. There's so many cool custom makers. I think B Shady's counting his Jake B's right now. Do you have a Chickadee, homie? Oh, here's another one from Ice Age. Man, those look good. That looks like such a good Wicked user. Beautiful stuff. Projectiles, you have the Modest Mary, Bush Mary, Hail Mary, Vanguard ×2, and Chickadee ×2. I knew you had chickadees. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you shoot me a picture of a chickadee? Just so I can show what I'm talking about. I know you've sent them in the past. Just a reminder, in 25 minutes, our brother Ron Crow goes live from the nest. We got our boy Loot later this afternoon. We've got hopefully G-Ball, but definitely Saturday NAF Live and NAFaholics tonight. And don't forget, we got Gareth first. Gareth tomorrow morning. And then Barbie Chambers, EDC Girl. And our brother AriesEDC tomorrow. Just some of those to look forward to. Of course, the knifetubeschedule.com is where you want to go to see all of the live streams. Thanks to our homeboy Scott, who keeps that clear for all of us. So easy to find. But yeah, definitely don't miss my brother Gareth tomorrow morning right after TCal. I would be surprised if he said yes, because he just had those Vanguard Marys made, one for a user and one for a dresser. Those are his most recent from Jake B. Yeah, I'll drop Sever 7's link. Here, let's show his page real quick while I grab the link. His YouTube. He's at 1.6K subscribers. Hell yeah, kicking ass, buddy. But, I mean, he has, like, Quiet Carry. This is the Chroma and the Falcon that I sent him. And he's checking out Wicked Knives all the time. Really dope guy to follow. And he's got so many sick designs on the way. We will share his channel. We will stop sharing this. There you go. There's the Sever 7. Yeah, forever pieces. Like I said, I didn't think that would ever change. Kate Mason. Most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm going to say yes, I prefer Kydex. Very few leather sheaths that I actually carry. This is really the only one that has ever become a regular for me with a leather sheath. I prefer Kydex because I like to have my main fixed blade appendix carry with the handle right in front of my belt buckle, because then no matter what, it's easy for me to get to that and pull it out. My thinking is, even if somebody bigger than me came up from behind me and wrapped their arms around me and trapped my arms, my hands are going to be able to get to my belt buckle. I'm not the biggest fan of dropping one in my pocket. My main carry is my right front pocket, but that is also oftentimes where a cordless hole punch sits. So I don't like a big sheath in that pocket. This one, the TRM tag along, I actually like to carry this in my back pocket. It's very comfortable, dropped into my right rear pocket. And about that much of the knife sticks out. It's very easy to get to. This is the only leather sheath that I like to carry. Ghost Keeper, what's up, Jason Cox? I was showing your caveman a little while ago, and the Devo XL Growler, and the Kaiser W&K exclusive Feeweed. Good to see you, Jason Cox, and the Drop Bear Pixie. Yeah, I was just showing off your caveman a little while ago. How long is forever? I like it. I like it. But yes, K Mason, I almost always prefer Kydex, and I will always say that a taco sheath is better. I much prefer a taco. I have some knives with pancake sheaths that I'll carry, but I really prefer a taco sheath so it doesn't take up the extra space. I want a black tag along. Yes. And you can get them starting less than $150 after my discount code for a USA made Magna Cut fixed blade with a USA made sheath and an ulti clip. Like there's $15 right there. 10, I guess. But a $10 ulti clip plus a USA made leather sheath. They do offer it with a pancake. Go taco. Faux show. Wet molded sheath that locks in this knife so well. And you can get these less than $150. Nutty. Just nutty. Yeah, I love my tag along B&A. I thought I was going to put the lanyard on it by now to get that little bit of extra grip, but it feels so good as it is, especially because normally I'm using it like this. Normally if I'm using it like this, and I don't need the lanyard. Yes, the Cabo Carbon one is sick. I almost got the exclusive Shipwreck Camo Carbon. She had one of those at Blade Show West, and she was giving me the Camo Carbon version, but she couldn't find the box. And she found the box to this green one and put this in the box and handed it to me. And for free, I am not complaining. This G10 feels so good. It feels like micarta. I just love this knife. The best thing to do is to pre-order one because they do sell out quickly, but they fill the pre-orders first. Such an awesome little fixie. All right, folks, I think we're going to shut this down so that everybody has a chance to stretch out, get something to eat, get something to drink, hit that head before our brother Ron Crow starts. I appreciate everybody that hung out today. I want to say thank you one more time to our homie, Sever7, for coming on and talking to us about his usurper and his upcoming designs. I am so excited for this knife, and I feel very privileged to be checking it out right now and sharing it with you guys. I appreciate everybody who watches this on the replays. Thank you for your support, people. I do see it, and I do appreciate it. Don't forget, Black Friday sale available right now on the Kripple Krew gear. Check out the EDC with DBD fourth wall shop. It is the pinned link if you want to get your Kripple Krew gear. And one last thing, your mental health is important. Don't forget it. The holiday seasons can be tough. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out. I'm here. The Kripple Krew is here. This EDC community is here. The holidays are getting tough and you need to talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. All right, folks. You know I love you guys. Big shout out to the Kripple Krew. And until next time, stay safe, stay frosty. Most importantly, folks, stay deadly.